Ever feel like you're chasing goals but there's just not enough of you to go around? That hustle is awesome, but it can backfire, and that's when burnout can creep in. And the root cause of burnout is stress. First off, let's get this on the table. Stress isn't a weakness. Everyone feels it, but it's how you handle it that changes everything. And that's where emotional intelligence comes in. Think of emotional intelligence as your little stress fighting toolkit, and in this video we're going to learn how to use it. Now here's the thing about stress. It's rarely as simple as we think. Take my friend, new promotion at work, twins on the way, it sounds great, right? But then life went into hyperdrive, and I swear the guy aged a decade in a month. It wasn't just his workload, he was suddenly the main breadwinner with a bigger house to find and 2 babies on the way. Now while all these things can sound good on the surface, stress doesn't give a shit if the changes in your life are good or bad. It's the feeling of not being in control where it gets you. And stress can be a slippery bastard to control. Most of us casually chalk it up to just being overwhelmed, but underneath, there's all these other things going on. There's fears, anxiety, shame even. My mate, for instance, felt like he should be able to handle everything, and that just added to the pressure he was feeling. This is where your emotional intelligence comes in, specifically your self-awareness. How capable are you of recognizing your emotional states and what is triggering them? It sounds simple, but when you're in the thick of stress, almost nothing feels simple. So we need a strategy. So here are some tips that have helped me and many others take stress head on. The first tip is to break it down. When you hit the stress wall, pause, ask yourself, what am I feeling really? Am I scared, frustrated? Maybe you're pissed off the world isn't playing fair. Just giving those emotions a name takes away their power. Next, prioritize and learn to say no. When you're drowning in tasks, everything feels urgent, but let's get real, some things truly matter more than others. Force yourself to rank these things on a to-do list. Have the must-do now stuff. These are deadlines you can't miss and likely will be things that affect other people. Then you have your should-do soon stuff. This is stuff that's important, but you've got a little bit of wiggle room on timing. And then you've got the if I have time stuff, which is a nice to-do items that won't derail if it waits. Now the hard part, saying no. Or at least not right now. It's okay to tell your boss, I can do the X project, but it means Y has to wait a little bit. Or telling your family, I'd love to help you, but I just need to finish my work first. Boundaries aren't just about prioritizing time either. If checking your work emails at night spikes your stress, make that your off-limit time. I, for one, refuse to even open my email account on the weekends. Nothing is going to get in the way of me and my family time. Tip 3, find your stress release. We all unwind differently. For some, a hard workout is a perfect stress releaser. For others, it's getting lost in a book or building something with our hands. The key is finding what helps you reset and actually making time for it. Schedule it in your diary as if it's a meeting you can't miss. Think of it as preventative medicine. Doing what you love can literally save you from a visit to the doctors. And if you're stuck or still searching for that thing that you love, try a few things each week. Even a walk around the block at lunchtime can make a massive difference. And tip number 4, don't go at it alone. Stress wants you to feel isolated. Don't let it win. You may choose to speak to a therapist even if things get really rough, but a lot of the time, a venting session with a trusted friend is all it takes. And if talking about your problems isn't your style, maybe you have a mate you can just go and do something fun with. No heavy conversation needed. Sometimes just getting out of your own head for a bit reminds you that a bad time doesn't mean a bad life. And tip 5, take a mindful mini break. Mindfulness gets a bad rap. People picture sitting cross-legged for hours, but honestly, it's just about hitting the pause button. It's about getting off that hamster wheel. And this one is super simple. Find somewhere quiet, even if it's just in your car at break, and set a timer for 10 minutes and close your eyes. Focus on your breath, going in, going out, and your mind will wander. That's completely normal. Just gently guide it back to your breath, and that's it. Sounds basic, but it's like a reboot for your stress response, and your body has a direct line to your thoughts and your emotions. You steer one, the other will follow. To finish, this stress fighting stuff, it's not about becoming some perfect Zen master overnight. It's about those small wins, naming the emotions, saying no. Each time you're chipping away at the stress demon and building your own strength. Soon, you become the biggest thing in the room, not your worries. We're all in this together, so don't battle it alone. Share your struggles and share the things that help you in the comments below. You'll never know whose life it might change.